What is up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob, Dev, Jared on the end. Draft
Yep.
is in a week.
Yes, sir.
First
It's
round,
a week from today.
Thursday.
Week from today.
Hoping my schedule comes out tomorrow and I don't have work that day. But should be great. We got a whole bunch of draft talk tonight. First round picks. We're gonna go over our final mock drafts about who we think is gonna be, shaking up the draft. Possible crazy picks that we could see happening, and then we'll give our final mock as well. They did their draft simulators on stuff where they couldn't get trades. I did a couple trades. I don't know how trade heavy this one's gonna be.
I don't.
Mainly because there's a lot of defense. So the people that do need offense, I think, are going to have a lot of options at that whenever it comes their way, especially outside of quarterback. I think there's a good bit of wide receivers in the draft. 4 on my head that I can think about that are top round material, first round material players.
Come in and make a difference.
Leave that. I don't know what the comment came from.
But anyway, should be great. So let's dive into it. What team do y'all believe is going to be the team that wins the draft? Who do you think's in the best position to win the draft?
You want to start it off?
Go ahead.
I'm talking Jake.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, who I think's in the best position to win the draft?
Yeah.
I think the Ravens are. I think they have a good slot where they could trade up and try to go more all in. Their defense was they started off slow last year. I think they go wide receiver. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into the mocks. But I think that they need somebody that they can pair with Zay Flowers that can be more consistent. Bateman was pretty good down the stretch last year.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
He was pretty good down the stretch last year, scored a lot of touchdowns, but they need another guy outside of Zay that's like, hey, in these crucial situations, give me the ball.
Yeah.
And I think Emeka Ibuka is a player like that. That I think that they'll be in position to get him
or like you said, trade up.
Or trade up. I think they're in a good position to trade up. Because, look how close you are. And I don't think it's really the defense. I don't think the defense is really all that the problem in the playoffs.
It's the lack of pass catchers.
I believe so.
Mark Ingram, he's on the down. Guys like Isaiah Likely's coming around.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah. That's what did I say?
Mark Ingram.
It is what it is. But outside of them, you got Derrick Henry, who's like what is he, 30, 31 now?
30-something, 32, I want to say.
Yeah, he's
so. Like you say, you gotta get somebody who can also catch the ball.
All right.
Outside of the tight end and Zay Flowers, D Hop's there now too. But D Hop's on the end of his career, basically.
He's been hopping around team to team for the ending of his career. But like I told you guys earlier, they're shopping around Mark Andrews, so that could really help them out with trading up into getting into, like, say, maybe something with the Colts at 14. Something to think about. Let's see, best position to win the draft. Ravens was a good pick. I want to say a team like Pittsburgh, but because I just think about them potentially trading up with my team, say maybe Genty, like what I told y'all earlier, that I don't want anybody. If Genty's there, take Genty. If not, trade back with Pittsburgh, and they can get Shedeur at 9. if he falls.
Yeah, but what do you think the asking price is going to be from jumping? What was it, 20? What do they got, 23?
Who, Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
21.
They're 21.
21 to 9.
Yeah,
It would be they don't have much to give.
That's a heck of a jump.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a heck of a jump.
Yeah. It is a heck of a jump, but it's just something,
I don't know. I think things get a little bit spicy because there's a lot of players that are talking about being great players that can. What's the word I'm looking for here? That are going to be first round material, really defensive heavy draft.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how that's going to be.
Yeah, I remember who had said it, but they said it's like it's not a lot of star players.
Yo, what's up, Jamari?
It's not a star filled draft. You'll get a bunch of starters.
Hey, I think the draft goes 1 through 10.
Stars.
Yeah, we got a full mock that we're about to go over here real shortly.
Got one right on your face.
Probably. Free mosquitoes are crazy. I hate this time of year. I miss the cold. But nah, I really think if the Ravens can get, where would you rank Zay Flowers as a wide receiver? Like 1 through 20, is he top 20? Top 15? I don't know if he's top 15.
No, maybe not.
I'd probably go as most as top 20.
Top 20? That's what I'm saying. You need somebody who can be at least a top 10 guy. If you got a number 2 that's a top 20 guy and a number 1 that's a top 10 guy, that's where shit is different.
Yeah.
When you have, I don't think Zay is a true number 1. I think he's a good. He reminds me of. We talked about this a lot in the same draft. Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison had a lot of the same qualities coming out of the draft, and that's what I'm telling you. What is Jordan Addison? He's a 2. He's a really good 2 under somebody like Justin Jefferson, who's a top 3 wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, and O'Connell knows how to coach him up and get him open.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go after a wide receiver heavier. But all right, we got a lot to talk about with these mocks. I gotta add them. I forgot to add them.
I think they're up there, or maybe that's the first ones.
No, I already have the channel up.
Yeah, because I went and looked and it said, it's probably the first ones we did then. That's why I didn't add them.
All right.
That light's right on all of us.
Yeah. I'm about to add these mocks in. I forgot to do that. I think those the ones that you're thinking about that are already on there are our first ones.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Oh, you got to add them, Jared.
Okay.
Yeah, they won't let me add them.
All right, I'll do that real quick. You keep talking.
Oh, I sent mine. But anyway, well, let's talk a little bit about. Obviously, I think everybody here has Cam Ward going number 1. I mean, Cam Ward is pretty much the overall consensus pick at number 1. Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's crazy work.
Yep. So we can't put those up.
Oh well.
Well,
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
So number 1, obviously, I think we all got Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, like I said, consensus number 1. Yeah, Zay top 15, 20. Yeah, like I said, they need a number 1 guy. They need a number 1 top 10 guy, at least top 15, minimum. Because a lot of people, where would you put Terry McLaurin?
Probably top 15.
Top 15?
Probably.
And he's a really good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, in and out before Jaden got there too.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to see them get a pass catcher.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that they're going to go defense. But all right, so number 2. Cleveland has a wide selection here of
Yes.
what they could do.
Yeah.
They could go Shador. I don't think that's what they'll do,
I don't either.
but they could go Shador. But what it really comes down to, are they going to take Travis Hunter? Or are they going to take Abdul Carter?
Yeah.
Jared, who you got?
I mean, we've talked about this before. It's both valid arguments. For how
It
we
is.
talked
It
about
is both valid. It is both valid.
Actually, if you think about it, all 3 arguments are valid. They don't have a quarterback. They need a wide receiver, like you said, outside of Jerry Jeudy, because he's their best wide
They do.
receiver.
Yeah, their best wide receiver is Jerry Jeudy.
Their secondary is pretty fun.
Look at
pretty
look
nice.
at what Travis Hunter could do.
Right.
Test him out. If
Right.
he's sitting here telling you, "Yo, let me play both ways."
Yeah.
Let's see if he can play both
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
As a fan, I would love to see that shit. I'm getting my money's worth at that point.
Yes, and then you also have an argument with Carter at 2, because I mean, look who the quarterbacks in their division are. You got Burrow, Lamar, and then whoever the fuck Pittsburgh decides to get.
Facts.
So I mean, what else better way? I mean, just to rush the passer. I mean, you got to put up points somehow. You got to stop them. You got to stop them.
So at 2, who you got?
I got Carter at 2.
You got Abdul Carter. I can definitely see that. What about you, Dave?
I got him taking Travis Hunter.
The same. I got them taking Travis. I think they need help offensively,
Yeah.
and I think that they're going to use him a lot more on offense. I think they might play him as like a nickel corner,
All right.
give him like a package as like a nickel corner,
Yeah.
and let him use his IQ, because that's what makes him a great. He's got the athleticism that's great. Don't get me wrong, but his IQ for the game is crazy.
Yeah.
He's really smart when it comes to playing football.
Yeah.
So I think that they're gonna go with that double-edged sword of getting. Let's see if he may not be the best in these categories, but let's see if he's great in both of these categories, and we could use him in both of these categories. I fill up 2 positions with one pick.
Yeah.
You know, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So I think Travis Hunter, which wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
At that point, Cleveland is on the right track, at least, if
Yeah,
they
I mean,
go with that.
For all we know, this could be a total smoke screen, and they actually go draft Shador Sanders.
Right.
That would be
Yeah,
crazy. That would be crazy.
That would fuck up a lot of things.
that would
that
fuck
would-
up that would shake up the draft.
Draft
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
shit would shake up the
We
draft.
all- everybody says that the draft don't start till 2, basically. I mean, it's kind of already a lock with Cam Ward going
Yeah,
1.
yeah. Now, if Cam Ward doesn't go 1, shit is really gonna hit the
Shit
fan.
really could get real.
Yeah,
Like if Carter goes 1,
if Carter or Travis Hunter go 1,
Y'all think y'all would have a bigger reaction if Travis Hunter?
I would have a bigger reaction if
The last
Travis
year.
Hunter went 1 this year.
Then I'm talking about them when, like, I saw the reaction that y'all had last year when Michael Penix got picked. So I was asking, would y'all have that same?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If Travis Hunter
Yeah.
goes number 1 overall, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be going wild. I'm gonna be like, there's no way. The kid's dope,
there
bro.
may not be any audio for like the first 10 minutes.
But all right, so at 3, Giants.
You take that one.
Yeah, I am the Giants fan. At 3 with me, I think they take Travis Hunter too. I think Abdul Carter is the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
You have to take this kid.
Yeah.
You cannot pass up on that.
That's a nasty ass.
Think about the defensive line, bro. We'd have the NASCAR package back. We'd have Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter. Oh my God. Shit would be ridiculous.
Y'all got Hurts, Dak, and JD.
Yes, you
Y'all
need
would
that.
need it. Y'all-
We
y'all-
need that. Look at the Philadelphia's formula, bro. That shit works.
against that old
Yeah.
Phillies O line.
They got to stop the run at least 2 somehow.
You got to stop Barkley. You got to stop Jaden Daniels. And then you got Dak, and you never know what they could do. They could pull out another 12-win season. You don't know.
Yeah.
They so up and down, you don't know what they're going to do.
And then Washington is just scary as this motherfucker.
Jaden Daniels, bro. I said it. I'll say this to the day I die, bro. I told everybody Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in that draft. If LSU had any kind of defense that year, they would have won the national championship. I firmly believe that. The defense was literally historically bad. It's like a trend when it comes to Louisiana football.
Mm-hmm.
Historically bad defenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many years did Drew Brees throw for 5,000 yards just for your defense to shit the bed?
Multiple seasons.
I want Travis to fall to the Patriots. Ooh. You would need for that to happen. You would need what I thought was going to happen in the first mock.
We need Shador to go to.
Giants would have to take Shador.
Well, Shador would have to go 2, and then y'all would probably take Carter.
What I think at that point, I think if Cleveland takes Carter at 2, it falls on the Giants because I think if the Giants at that point are probably going to take Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Giants is going to pick whoever
is the best
Browns
player.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to pick the best player available at this point because I don't think they're going to go quarterback after signing Russell Wilson, signing Jameis Winston,
and keeping Tommy.
You're going to have a stupid crowded quarterback room, and then on top of that, Brian Dable and them are playing for their jobs this year. They're coaching for their jobs. Joe Shane has to get it right, and the only way you're going to get it right is by trying to pick the best player available, because then you'll have a better chance of that player actually working out.
And those two quarterbacks basically complement each other. Well, not complement, but like Jameis Winston has that play style of Russell Wilson, so he can come in and keep that.
It's going to be a blessed. It's going to be a blessed quarterback room.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Jameis.
It's going to be a blessed quarterback room.
Father Jameis.
If not, then Abdul or Will Campbell. I see. Well, that's the next. We'll get it. Who do y'all got the Giants taking at 3? If you got Travis Hunter, who you got? You got them taking Abdul Carter.
I got Travis.
You got Travis Hunter going there. Yeah. See, I think that it's going to flip flop. It's going to be one or the other going 2 and 3. That's what I think is going to happen. At 4, Jared, you're the Patriots fan. Who y'all got taking at 4?
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell.
Yeah. They pointed it out earlier when I was listening to one of the shows. They were like, Campbell played in the SEC and he basically dominated at left tackle.
He did. They keep bringing up this whole arm length shit. Yeah. Like that's the end all be all for an offensive lineman.
Right. Like and he's talked about how he prepares for it, watching game film and everything. But we have talked about that too. Like you got block Myles Garrett. He's to get all up in your shit. Are you gonna be able to hold on to him with your arms? Huh? Oh, okay. But I mean, you also got to protect Drake May. I mean, that's all. His blind side. Our offensive line was complete ass last year.
Mm.
We were one of the worst offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
So we need to. And like you said earlier, Vrabel's going to want to run the ball.
He's going to want to run the ball, bro.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel is a power, defensive-minded, old-school coach.
Right. And we revamped the defense through free agency and everything. I like how we did that. So
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, Harold Landry. All kinds of players on defense. Filled massive needs on hold in there.
Yeah.
Like Milton Williams. We signed Milton Williams from Philly last year. But granted fact, we did pick up, a few offensive linemen in free agency.
You still want to shore up. It was that bad.
Exactly.
It was that bad.
Yeah. And you need somebody to grow with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I still think y'all need a wide receiver.
We do.
So I still think you need a wide receiver.
Probably most likely address that probably in the second round if we don't trade back into the first. We got Diggs, who's looking nice off the ACL recovery. So, but yeah, I think we're going Campbell at 4.
I gotcha. All right. Dev,
I also had y'all taking Will Campbell at 4 as well, because of the reasons of y'all's O-line issues last year, just not being able to protect Mac Jones. But
Drake.
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Drake
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
That was a crazy era. The Mac Jones era in Patriot land was crazy.
They both wore 10. So,
hey, the rookie season was promising. And then you gave him a defensive coordinator for an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we're not getting into that.
But I can also see him taking Genty.
You think that they could take Genty, bro? I really do think their offensive line. Their offensive line is just
But like you said, Vrabel is going to want to run the ball.
Yeah, but Stevenson runs with power.
Yeah.
That's why he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Hurt a lot.
I understand, but Mike Vrabel, he's just too old school. He knows that to win football games, you have to win in the trenches. Guess where he played at?
Linebacker.
He in there.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. He knows if our defensive line's winning,
Yeah.
we're gonna win.
The only way we take Gentry is we trade away from 4. That's the only way that happens. And we'd probably stay within 6 to 10, basically.
And you got to deal with Josh Allen twice a year, bro.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
And now you got to deal with Justin Fields' speedy ass.
generational talent, along with runner-up for Heisman, along with you need something other than Stevenson. I understand. I understand where y'all are coming from, but also understand that this is a man that just rushed for what 2,000 and what?
No, I mean I get that. I get it. But I don't think it's gonna happen at 4.
I don't think
At
it's
4, I don't think
I don't see it happening. If they trade back, maybe that could happen.
Yeah.
If they trade back from 4, go back a little bit, maybe Will Campbell and Membu both get taken, then you're looking at it and you're like, well, maybe I can go Ashton Genty at that point.
Bamboo, Campbell, Ted, all of them would have to be gone.
Yeah, because you need a wide receiver. They need a yeah. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be Will Campbell. Will Campbell is gonna be at 4.
That's what everybody's saying. I agree with that too. The more you
Yeah.
think about it.
But Jared, who you got at 5? I think this is where the draft really starts to split up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 5, I got Mason Graham.
Oh, he's a lead at anchoring too. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Will Campbell he went against SEC players.
Yeah.
It's different. Campbell will be a dog for us. His ability to mirror defenders. Yeah, have you seen his tape?
Who?
Will Campbell's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. I don't get that whole arm length shit. I wouldn't be mad at Genty at 4. Yeah, I don't think you'd be mad at it. I don't think people would be mad at the pick, but is that going to help them in the long run?
No. I think it's more Campbell.
I'm just saying, like, watch out. I'm not saying that I've had it in my mock draft. I'm just saying that, just watch out for it.
Yeah. All right. So and then at 5, this is where the draft we start to like separate on where we think the Jags are going to go. So Jared, where do you think the Jags go at 5?
I got Mason Graham.
Mason Graham,
Yeah.
Defensive tackle, Michigan. Yeah.
Got to get pressure on Stroud, Anthony Richardson. They
Plug up that middle.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad option. It's not a bad option.
I had them taking Tet in my first one, but I got them taking Mason. No.
Yeah, I'm taking Mason Graham. Yeah. Me at 5, I got them taking Tyler Warren. I think you give Lawrence another weapon,
Yeah.
It gives somebody that where he's the best tight end in the draft. He can easily be that same kind of guy that Brock Bowers was last year for the Raiders. Easily. He can easily be that guy. And then you got somebody over there like Brian Thomas Jr. now, who was the second best rookie wide receiver in this draft.
Yeah.
He was better than Marvin Harrison Jr., but Malik Neighbors was the best. So I think that they need that. You had Evan Ingram. He's gone now. And I don't think this Strange dude is good enough to be a starting tight end right now. You need somebody who can be that number 1 tight end, and I think Tyler Warren can be that guy. I think they take a swing at it because he's not listed as the 5th best player, but it's definitely a need for them. They need a tight end, especially in today's league. Look at all the top teams that have the Chiefs. the Ravens, even Buffalo, the Bengals. Bengals got Jasheki. He's not bad.
Yeah.
He's just not a great blocker. But they don't run the ball anyway. They don't need him to block.
Who you got at 5?
Y'all both got Mason Graham.
Yeah, we,
No, both? Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then at 6, that is the Raiders. All right. This is where I got Mason Graham going. I got Mason Graham going to the Raiders. We know Pete Carroll historically is a defensive coach.
Yeah.
Yes, he wants to run the football. We all know he wants to run the football. But when you think of Pete Carroll, who do you think of? Legion of Boom. Richard Sherman, drafted by Pete Carroll. Earl Thomas, drafted by Pete Carroll.
I think Chancellor was.
Cam Chancellor, drafted by Bobby Wagner, drafted by Pete Carroll. He knows great defenses win championships.
Yeah.
That's where he's going to start. He traded for Geno. You know,
Address the quarterback
you
situation.
addressed the quarterback situation. Now, I do think,
They extended him too.
yeah, I do think you're a little stuck in the woods at skill players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you need to shore up these lines first. And I think defensively, when you got Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and an up-and-coming Bo Nix in that division, you need to shore up that defensive line.
Yeah. I feel you.
Who you got at 6?
Ted.
You got the Raiders taking Ted. It's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick. I can see it. They need a wide receiver.
Yeah, they only got is what that dude from that they just got this past off season. I had him in my fantasy. Fucking not Mac Hollins. Fucking what can I call his name? From y'all.
For what?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Um
Who was on your team in 2023 that wasn't on your team in 2024? Wide receiver.
I have him on sleeper.
Jacoby?
Yeah.
Oh, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. That's basically all they got.
Good
at wide
pull,
receiver. Yeah, very good. So you got to give Geno another weapon. They already got Brock Bowers, but yeah, big body receiver that could just dominate. Well, draft stock has gone a little bit down, but
Yeah, his draft stock has been falling. A lot of people have been saying that he's either the best wide receiver in the draft or he's like the 4th best wide receiver in the draft.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So his draft has been up and down with him. That's why I think he falls in the middle.
I think teams are still going to be taking that chance on him. So
At 6, I got Genty.
Got Genty. Genty goes to 6, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
I know Pete Carroll wants to run the ball, but he's a defensive guy. I don't see him going offense right off the bat. He's gonna save that. He's not gonna be the guy to be like, you know what? Let's go get an offensive guy on my first pick of a new regime. He's not gonna do that.
That's fair.
I can even see them trading back.
I can see a trade back too.
I can see them trading back. But I think at this point you need best player available and you need talent on that team.
do they have enough to trade up?
To go get who?
Hunter.
Nah. Well, maybe. Giants could fall down to 6. I think at 6, you'd probably take Shador though at that point.
Yeah. But you can't trade with. You're not going to trade.
Either
with
that
the
or you
Browns.
take
You're not
Will
gonna trade with
Johnson.
The Browns is going to be taking Hunter. Well, from my pick, but if they do go to Abdul, they could trade up with the Giants.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, what if the Raiders trade up to 6, trade up to 2, and take Carter and fuck everything up? Like you said, Pete Carroll's a defensive player.
Pair him with Max Crosby. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Against Patrick
Against those guys like that. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
That would fuck
you
everything up.
when it's in a situation that the Raiders are in, you have to be able to go get those guys.
Yeah.
You have to. That's
Yeah.
the only way you're going to be able to win that division is by being able to match up.
Taking a risk.
And you are taking a risk. Don't get me wrong, but you have to shore up that defensive line to be able to rush Patrick Mahomes, get him on the ground. Because, I mean, he's the best quarterback in the league, regardless if the stats don't say it.
Yeah.
He is.
That could possibly work if Cleveland
Cleveland
takes
goes to
Travis.
6.
No,
But-
well, takes Travis at 2, and then
The Giants, yeah.
they could take.
Yeah, because then
would they take Shador though at 6 though?
Probably.
Yeah.
At that point, they would probably take Shador
Yeah.
at 6.
Because I mean, it would
Either
take-
that, they would go that, or they would take a cornerback.
it would probably shake things up a little bit. Carter goes to the Raiders at 2, and then it'd still probably fall in order how we have it now. Like with Travis going to y'all, Campbell to us to New England, and then Shador at 6.
I also wouldn't mind if we traded back and still didn't go with Shador, and we took Javon Walker. Javon Walker.
Yeah.
Javon Walker
Yeah.
from what's it? Georgia.
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
you're
the
talking about.
linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker, edge rusher. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So definitely an interesting can be, and if that happens, it could get really interesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see. But all right, and then where we at 7, the Jets. Who you got the Jets taking, Jared? Ted's going 7.
Yeah.
They do need a wide receiver now.
Outside of Garrett Wilson,
Outside of Garrett Wilson, you pair him up with Garrett, and then Justin Fields gets another weapon. You know, that wouldn't be a bad pick. Jared, Devin, who you got at 7?
I got them taking Tyler Warren.
Oh, you got the Jets taking Tyler Warren.
To get Justin Fields,
that's
solid
not bad.
weapon.
They don't have a tight
They
end.
don't have a tight end.
A quarterback that scrambles out that needs a quick little fucking hot route. Got Garrett Wilson already. Devontae Adams is gone, I believe, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and then just
Do you think if Tyler Warren's gone, they could possibly trade back and pick up that Colston Loveland kid?
from Michigan.
Yeah.
Trade back, get more picks, or I don't know. Is he worth it? Just trade him? Well,
And what would be Bale's?
I don't know who would trade up at that point.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the Seahawks trade up to 7, draft Shador Sanders.
Yeah, they only got Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it's essentially like a 1-year deal. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Yeah.
Possibly.
It's possible.
I mean, moving up 9 spots. It's not crazy, but it's not small either. It's a big jump. It's a decent sized jump. I don't know what it would take. But yeah, I got them taking was it Armando Mabuku? Membu. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a really good tackle. I think Will Johnson. Will Campbell's a little bit better than him. Not by a whole lot, but he is better than him.
Yeah. Right, 8.
8 is the Panthers. I got them taking Javon Walker. I think he's the best linebacker in this draft.
That's fair.
I mean, Abdul Carter's the best edge rusher.
Yeah.
But I think as like a linebacker, I think Javon Walker is the best linebacker in this draft. He's really, really talented. He's really good. Coming from a Georgia program where they produce a lot of good defensive players.
Yeah.
So who you got Carolina taking? I know it kind of grits your teeth saying it. Because they got a higher pick than y'all.
I took them taking. It was a stupid pick. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet it was.
But I took him taking Jade Brown out of Texas.
Oh, the
That's-
Texas
that's what I-
cornerback.
that's
That's
what-
actually.
that's
But
what I had.
he
the
got
thing is,
taken.
the reason why sometimes I think, well, not sometimes, I think it's kind of crazy because they just paid Jason.
They just.
Horn.
That's what I
Yes.
told him
Yeah,
earlier. I
like-
literally told him the same thing. I said, "Bro, they just gave J.C. Horn a decent sized contract.
But I mean, it would lock down that other side.
It would, but is that's what needed going
No,
up
it's
against
not.
that division
It's
right
not.
now?
Well, I mean, you can fly by in our division, except for fucking Tampa.
I mean, Drake London's not a bad wide receiver.
No,
It's not
that's
terrible.
The only wide receiver they have until Kyle Pitts decided to show his ass, and it's this year.
It's this year.
It's this year.
That's what they said last year,
exactly.
and they said that the year before too. I'm not taking that motherfucker in fantasy. I can promise you that.
he is
now.
worth the 106. Okay?
Yeah, I got him taking that corner.
Yeah, I had him too because my thought was, I'm like, who's throwing the ball in this division outside of Baker and Penix?
Yeah,
I mean, Penix is in his second year. Baker can do Baker. We've seen Baker.
Yeah, Carolina is just in a spot right now where I really don't think that's why I got them taking Javon Walker.
Yeah.
Because the last great defense that they had, guess who was leading that motherfucker? Kuechly. So you need that type of talent at that linebacker position to be able to get that defense going.
Yeah.
And I think that they go back to that model because they didn't just have one; they had two. A lot of people forget that.
Beeson? The linebacker?
No, Davis.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah. Okay. I know
Davis was a good linebacker too. So, I think that at that point he's also the best player left, maybe outside of Genty. At 9, Dev, Saints. Who you got the Saints taking at 9?
In my mock draft, I hope he's still there, and I hope they take him. But Genty. I know your argument was we just paid
You
Kamara,
just paid Kamara.
but Kamara's 32 or 30 something, and to have Zoom and like we seen what we did with Mark Ingram
Mark Ingram was there, and you could. Yeah.
You get and the reason why. Well, I don't want to give away your picks. Well, y'all go ahead and say y'all picks.
No, it's okay. Me and Jared both got the Saints taking Shador Sanders at 9.
None of these quarterbacks are tied to Kellen Moore.
None of them. Kellen Moore's going to want his guy, and I really think he's going to go for Shador.
Yeah.
At 9, I think that's a good swing.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
I was reading.
Oh, Saints need a QB. Yeah,
yeah. I
That's
get it.
that's
I
that's
get
what
it.
I'm saying. I think at 9, at that point, you got to go Shador.
All right, here's my thought process. I want them to give Rattler another chance. I understand it wasn't great last year, but you've seen what he was working with last year. He was working with practice squad guys.
Yeah, literally.
And seriously, and an O-line that was beat up. Beef that O-line up. Because he was the one of the number one top prospects coming out, not last year, but a couple of years before that, before the fucking drama, the Netflix drama and bullshit like that. Like he was being compared to the Patrick Mahomes and well, I mean, who else can you compare Patrick Mahomes to? But give the guy another chance. Take what you can get in this year's draft, the best available. I'm not worried about Shador Sanders right now. Yes, I wouldn't be disappointed if we got this Shador Sanders, but I would like to see us either get Genty or draft back if Genty is not available.
Mm.
Because I want to see what we can get, like the Mbuka.
Emeka Ibuka.
No. The Mimbu.
Oh, Membu.
I would. If we could,
I don't know if he falls to
no,
9.
yeah.
That's pretty deep.
But a lineman, wide receiver, because all we're working with is Shaheed, and I'm not sure if
You
I know
I
you're
know
not
Olave.
sold. I know you're not sold on Olave.
because dude, four concussions, 5 concussions
Like, he's
within.
done if he gets one more this year.
Dude, it's
If
over
he gets
with
one or
your
two
career.
this year, I think it's a
crazy.
wrap.
I feel you. I understand. Rattler isn't too bad. Well, I mean, he doesn't. He really doesn't have a good offensive line, and we talked about that during the season last year about how bad the offensive line for the Saints were. You have so many holes on this team. You have a terrible contract going to Derek Carr. You have aging players. You have players who are injury prone in Olave.
Did
Your
y'all hear about
your
Derek
defense
Carr?
is basically depleted. You traded away your corner, and the other guy who was getting hurt a lot is now with the Giants also, and he was the best talented cornerback y'all had.
But I also don't see what bringing Shador into this type of situation.
Because you have to start with a quarterback.
I don't know if you have to start with a quarterback.
The thing is,
Did the Lions start with a quarterback? Did they start with Goff?
they traded away Matt Stafford
For Goff.
for Goff.
But I'm saying, but before Matt Stafford, what were they drafting before that? They drafted
QBs a lot, dog.
They didn't draft Jammo, they drafted
That was after Goff.
I'm talking no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goff has been
Gibbs,
with the
Gibbs,
Lions
Goff,
for
St.
like
Brown,
4
I think.
years,
St.
dog.
Brown. Yeah, St. Brown, all of them came after Goff.
Goff has been there 4 or 5 years. It's 2025.
Yeah. Because the same year they did it, or the year after the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
Bro, I could have sworn it was before.
Because Goff's first year, they lost almost every game.
Nah, bro, but before they had but then when they had Matt Stafford, they was drafting defensive players that weren't working out, number 2 wide receivers outside of Calvin Johnson
Tight
that
ends.
weren't working out, tight ends that weren't working. They were terrible drafters.
Okay,
Yeah.
but still, I like I said, I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't be mad, but I don't want to see it.
I think Saints should take Tyler Warren, if not Shador. Yeah, if he's available, that's in my first mock draft.
Yeah,
That's who I had them take.
That's
yeah.
who a lot, yeah.
A lot of us talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that he could fall, but I think the Jags take a swing on him at 5. But yeah, I just think there's so many holes, and you need a full reset,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get a full.
Exactly why, like the whole you have too many holes. You what I'm saying? Like you need a full. Like I want pieces.
Well, at that
I
point,
want the
at that point,
pieces.
you're going to have to find somebody to trade back with, so you can acquire more capital, draft capital. You have to. You got to find somebody that's willing to move up a decent amount to maybe go get somebody like Shador, like a Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Somebody,
I don't-
maybe the Giants even trading back all the way up into the first round, the same way Houston did.
Yeah. I talked about that when we were on the phone the other day.
You know what I mean? The Giants trading back up, going to get Shador at 9, trading with y'all. Y'all might not have a first round pick, but what we give you our second
who
round.
to do that?
What?
Who'd y'all say? Who to do that?
The Saints with the Giants.
Oh, I thought you said Houston.
No, the Giants
Yeah.
to where y'all wouldn't have a pick
Like-
in the
like-
first round, but y'all would have probably our next 2 first round picks, most likely,
Mhm.
or at least 1 first round pick, 2 seconds, and then like a third and
What he was saying about Houston is how Houston got CJ Stroud
Stroud.
Will
and then
Right,
Will
right,
Anderson in
right.
that first
kind
round.
of like that.
They
a little
got the
bit.
second.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. They got it after.
Saints should trade up with the Patriots. Had the Patriots take Campbell at 9. Campbell ain't falling at 9. Not with the Jets needing offensive line.
No, if he's there, if he's there with the Jets are on the board, he's going.
He's
right
gone.
to the Jets.
Yeah, he's gone.
Because I think the Jets learned the hard way about not having an offensive tackle the last 3 years.
Last 3 years, it got Aaron Rodgers Achilles tore in the first 2 plays.
4 games, 4 plays.
First 4 plays of the season, and his guys Achilles tore, and he was never the same quarterback.
Never.
Y'all seen him on Pat McAfee show today?
Yeah, talking about I'll play for a team for
Yeah.
$10 million, bro. $10 million is crazy backup money.
Right.
And if you're talking about starter money, that's not bad. $10 million for Aaron Rodgers, even if an old Aaron Rodgers. And the problem is, where would you go at this point?
Pittsburgh still needs a quarterback. Go for 1 year.
You got to go to Pittsburgh at this point, man.
Go for 1 year. That's literally all it is. Like, you're not going to Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't want him.
Minnesota does not want him.
He apparently he keeps holding out for Minnesota. Minnesota does not want him.
If you go to Minnesota,
he wasn't holding out. That's what he said on
He
the podcast
said-
today. But
Nah, this man wants to go to
Shit.
Minnesota so bad.
all right. So we're at 10 now. Bears. Who y'all got the Bears taking at 10?
Who did I have the Bears taking it?
Yeah, who you got the Bears taking at 10?
Membu.
Oh, you got the Membu going to the Bears at 10.
to help out Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Give him another weapon.
Oh, yo, what's up, Shark?
Oh, look at this dude.
A-Rod's time to sit is here. No, I definitely agree. That's
Yeah.
what I've been saying. He needs to just go. His time is done. Retire from the NFL.
Now,
Go on your retreats. Go travel the world. Do what you got to do, but just stay away from football.
Take the ayahuasca.
Yeah,
now he could take that backup money and go back up in Minnesota.
yeah. He could be a backup somewhere.
And if he wants to go to Minnesota that bad, go back up JJ.
Yeah, you go back him up, mentor him, get him right for the NFL. But
I mean,
outside of Pittsburgh, there's not a team right now. Maybe Cleveland, but Cleveland doesn't want to deal with that shit. And you got Deshaun Watson. Like, nah, bro.
What about Seattle? What's Sam Darnold?
That would be a good spot for him to
Aaron
go to.
Aaron wants to start. Apparently.
He's not going to be able to start
Yeah,
outside
that's
of
the thing.
Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Pittsburgh's going to be the only team that he can start for. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. No, there's literally nobody else. Because Tennessee's going to go get their quarterback.
Cleveland will get their quarterback. within
Even
the
if they
first round.
don't, they're going to play Joe Flacco.
Yes. Because we saw what he did with this
And you saw what Kevin Stefanski did with Flacco before.
playoffs. Off the
Playoffs.
couch.
Yes, off the couch. Came right off the couch. So you know what? I'm going to go throw a little bit in the NFL.
I'm gonna go throw with the guys.
Didn't he have like a 400-yard game? Or like 375, something like that? He
But
had a crazy game.
We had him that dynasty year.
Yeah.
And he was dropping like 2-3 touchdowns for us like every other game. Came in fucking clutch too.
Yeah, look what you got. Yep. But all right, at 10, who you got the Bears taking?
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
You think Tyler Warren falls all the way to 10?
Possibly. I mean, I don't like you said, the Jags probably, possibly the Jets. Jets really don't have a fucking tight end, really. So, I mean, that's I could really see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got Cole Kmet, and
That's what I was about to say. Do they still have?
yeah, they still got Cole Kmet, but I mean, he's not really tied to Ben Johnson.
That's true.
I mean, Tyler Warren did everything at Penn State.
Tyler Warren did do everything at Penn State.
Quarterback, tight end,
I
running
agree.
back.
That's why I got him going 5. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got him going 5 to the Jags.
Yeah.
At 10, Genty. That's the only thing this offense is missing.
He's not getting out of the top 10.
They went heavy. They went heavy in the offseason, signed a whole bunch of offensive linemen. This offensive line should be better next year.
Joe Tooney, a center, another guard.
You got Ben Johnson as the head coach now. You know who he drafted. You know who him and Campbell drafted? Gibbs.
At 12.
And look what he did for them. You know what this offense is missing. It's missing a dynamic running back.
I mean, Swift is okay, but I mean,
Defense is solid. I think
Yeah.
the Bears' defense is pretty good. It's not terrible, but you go get somebody like Genty, especially if he's available at 10, you got to take him there. You got to take him there.
yeah.
All right. At 11. Why is my phone not opening? At 11, I got Will Johnson going to the 49ers. I think they need a corner.
I got Membu going at this one.
And you think Membu falls all the way to 11?
I mean, you got Campbell already is off the board.
Yeah, I know, but man, people need left tackles, dog.
Oh, I know, but Trent Williams is out the door, kind of basically. So I mean, if he's
Yeah, I mean
there-
they could definitely use one. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
It's like you said, because Trent Williams is out the door. But when you pick top 15, you're gonna want that first round pick playing for you next year. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I mean, we'll see. But I like Will Johnson. They need to shore up that defense. A lot of people left. Who you got at 11?
Walter Nolan.
Oh, the defensive tackle. I got him slipping a little bit. I think he fall. This is a very heavy defensive line draft. Very, very heavy defensive
Yeah.
line draft. I think he's going to be one of the guys that falls a little bit in the first round. He may not fall all the way to where I got him falling to because he is a good player, but I think he does fall in this draft. All right, at 12, I got the Cowboys taking Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M. Great edge rusher. Pair him up with Michael Parsons. See what you can do. And you know Jerry loves his pass rushers.
Yeah.
And you just got rid of Dexter Lawrence too.
I got them taking Amari and Hampton.
Amari
Yeah,
Hampton.
because I think they need a running back.
Same.
Rico Dowdle's going.
But so you don't think that they would go with Judkins?
I don't know. I think Hampton. Somebody compared him to DeMarco Murray,
Mm.
and I think more of David Montgomery because he's little. He's short to the ground. He's stocky,
Mm-hmm.
physical runner. He's quick too.
Mhm.
So I think that's what's going to end up
They
happening.
like that they had Zeke
Exactly.
do the same thing.
Exactly. I mean, DeMarco Murray was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
David
God, I
Montgomery.
hated playing against that motherfucker,
Yeah.
bro.
DeMar-
hated playing against
him,
DeMar-
and then
Him and Marion Barber. Marion Barber is another name that I used to hate playing against. He was a good running back.
I got Amari and Hampton too.
Oh yeah, both got Marion. God damn.
I liked him coming into the draft before all
You,
this.
you don't think that Vaughn kid gets a chance?
No.
Damn, that's tough. You don't think they go second round? Maybe go get Judkins, Henderson?
It's possible. I mean,
I don't think Devin Henderson.
wrong position, wrong
Wrong
team.
era.
It's 2025.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. My bad, not Dexter Lawrence. I think I said Dexter Lawrence.
We're all just slipping up with names.
Yeah,
today.
slipping up with names.
Who you got?
At 12, I told you I got Shamar
Yeah.
Stewart.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then you got a 12?
Hampton.
Hampton. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right. 13. I got the Dolphins taking Kelvin Banks, tackle out of Texas. They need to protect Tua, dog.
Yeah. Armstead just retired.
Armstead retired. You need it. You're going up against Will Anderson. Don't they got a nice pass rusher on Indy too?
This is Miami.
I mean, not Indy. Sorry. Why am I thinking Miami's in this AFC South? I mean, you're going up against a good defense in the Patriots.
Yeah.
With Vrabel coaching now.
Yeah. You got Ed Oliver and them in Buffalo.
Ed Oliver and
Bosa,
them.
I think, went to Buffalo.
Yeah, Bosa's in Buffalo now. Joey Bosa.
Yeah. And you got Quentin Williams and them in with the Jets.
Jets got a scary defense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And they have Aaron Glenn, who's a defensive coach.
defensive coach.
Who used to
Their
play for the
defense.
Jets.
Yeah, I'm about to say their defense should be much better this year.
Yeah.
Much better this year, I believe.
So for Miami, I gave him a guard.
Yeah, I got them taking a tackle.
I went the whole opposite direction,
No, you went defense.
You in defense?
and I got him taking best available Malachi Starks at this point.
Oh, that's a good pick. That would be a good pick.
Yeah, I think they just didn't try to sign Javon Holland.
Yeah, they lost their
They
safety.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that earlier.
And I didn't think about that either. That's a good pick. That would be a good pick.
Yeah.
Because Malachi Starks is a really, really good player, and he's the best safety in this draft.
Yes.
So getting him at what would that be? 13?
13.
That's a good spot to take him.
Yeah.
That would be a good spot to take him. I got him going a little bit lower, but 13 would be a good spot. All right, at 14, who y'all got the Colts taking?
Mike Green.
Uh,
Damn, so we
Restaurant Marshall. Yeah.
Granted, fact they took Latu last year. I mean, their defense wasn't all that great last year, and they got to at least stop the run.
Yeah. I got Indiana trading out of 14 with the Chargers, who move up to take Tet McMillan. I got Tet falling. I do. I got Tet
It's
falling.
not bad.
I think, like I said, this is a defensive heavy draft. I think these guys are going to be trying to snag these great defensive players in the top, and a lot of the offensive guys are going to fall a little bit. That's why I don't think that the Cowboys are going to take a running back, because there's so many good defense players. Now, you could go running back, and because there's so many good defense players, but I think people are going to try to snag a lot of these top guys because when you're a top guy in a really heavy defensive player draft, that means you're really, really fucking good. That's why people talked about Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, because there was a lot of quarterbacks in last year's draft. And if you're the best quarterback in a big quarterback draft, that means probably you're really fucking good.
Yeah.
So Jets ain't doing shit. Robert Saleh was a defensive coach and they were still ass. Yeah, I believe that was a lot to do with the culture of the team.
Yeah.
And the way that, like, bruh, there was a Jets fan that I knew, and I mean, all off season, bro, all I heard was, you need to put some more respect on the Jets, man. And I kept telling him, like, bro, it looks good on paper. It looks really good on paper, but when you go into the season, I mean, you haven't shown the results yet. You can't ask for more respect, and you haven't shown the results. That's not the way shit works.
I mean, you're going on almost 20, well, probably almost 20 years of missing the playoffs.
Right. All right. Next, we got 15. That's where I got Mike Green going. I got Mike Green going to Atlanta at 15.
All right. I gave him Jahad Campbell.
Jahad Campbell's not bad. Did y'all both pick Jahad Campbell? Look at y'all.
We most likely have something different at some point.
Oh my God, bro. I'm just alone out here.
It's okay.
I walk away. Stupid. All right, at 16, I got the Chargers taking Mikael Williams, edge out of Georgia.
Wait, where you at?
16. We just said 15 for Atlanta.
You said the Chargers?
No, I said the Cardinals.
Oh, I think you said
Oh
the
yeah,
Chargers.
I thought you said the Chargers too.
My bad. If I did, I meant to say the Cardinals. Who y'all got at 16?
Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan.
Same one. I was before you got here. I was still telling him that I was like, maybe I want to give him a corner.
I can see them going corner. I could, but man, they have no pass rushing on this team.
Yeah,
They have absolutely none.
Who you got?
At 17,
No. Who'd you say?
Mikael Williams, the edge out of Georgia.
Okay.
All right, at 17, I got Malachi Starks going to the Bengals.
who you got?
Kenneth Grant.
All right, see, this is where we're different. I got Walter Nolan.
Oh, you got Walter Nolan falling there. Yes, yeah.
I had him
I
going at
still have Walter Nolan falling a little bit further. At 18, Seahawks. I got Tyler Booker, the guard out of Alabama.
I had him earlier.
They need to get that offensive line together.
This is where I had Malachi Starks going.
Malachi, okay, yeah. That's a good pickup for Seattle too. That defense would be nasty.
Yeah.
James Pierce Jr., edge rusher out of Tennessee.
That's also would be a nasty
I have him a little
pick.
further down.
Yeah, I have him further down also. At 19, I got the Bucks taking that Jahdae Barron kid, the cornerback out of Texas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think he goes there. I think that's a good pick.
I gave him a pass rusher from Boston College. I'm not trying to pronounce his name at all.
Donovan, that's who I got going
Yeah.
to the Bucks. Donovan is Ziraku.
Yeah.
Oh
him,
my God.
that dude.
All right. What position does he play?
Edge rusher.
Edge rusher.
As edge rusher? That wouldn't be a bad pick. All right. At 20, I got the Broncos taking Matthew Golden,
Yeah, that's where I'm at with you.
the wide receiver, the speedy wide receiver out of
I mean,
Texas.
you lost Jerry Judy. You got Cortland Sutton still. I mean,
You need another guy.
yeah, they drafted Marvin
Give
Mims, I think, last year.
yeah, give what's his name?
But was many
But
options
yeah,
as he
give him
can.
another option. Either there or I could see them taking Colston Loveland at that point, taking a tight end. But they do that other guy is pretty good. Dortch,
Yeah, Greg
Greg
Dortch.
Dortch.
yeah, he's pretty good. He's not terrible, but he's not great, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who you got at 20?
Luther Burden, the third, that wide receiver out of Missouri.
You got him going wide receiver though. See, I don't even have him going in the first round.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I think these a lot of these other guys are going to fall.
Yeah.
People are going to be snagging defensive players left and right. It's going to be a really defensive heavy first round. Really defensive heavy, at least in my opinion. All All right, 21. It's big. Pittsburgh.
I gave him Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin
I
Banks,
gave him an extra tackle.
tackle.
I wanted to give him fucking Jackson Dart, but like I'm not sure if they're gonna take him at 21. I'm like, but so I
That
did-
is a
I-
little bit of a reach.
I gave him a tackle, Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. I really didn't know what to do with this pick because they need a fucking quarterback, but that Jackson Dart pick would be
None of the
such a
quarterbacks
fucking
are worth trading up.
Yeah,
for right
you'd
now,
have to trade
at
back.
least. Yeah,
Somebody would have to trade up.
yeah.
But the problem is that if there's somebody in the second round trying to trade back into the first round, they're going to probably want Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I got them taking Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They you need somebody besides Watt
Yeah.
on there, bro.
Hayward's out.
Hey,
basically.
yeah, he's gone all the time.
Yeah.
So, all right, at 22, this is where I had the Chargers trading with the Colts. The Colts take Colston Loveland, tight end from Michigan.
Okay. I got him Luther Burden, so I gave him a wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
Good.
They just took Adonai Mitchell last year. I don't think they're gonna go.
Who? The Chargers?
No,
I'm with the Chargers.
you're talking about the
You got
Chargers.
Colts.
Yeah, sorry.
You're the one that traded back.
Yeah, Colts are not taking a wide receiver. I can see them taking them.
I got them taking Emeka Mbuka.
Broncos taking a running back with the first pick.
I mean, I can see it. They only got fucking.
Who would you go with at that point?
Right.
If y'all two, I mean, I could probably say that one guy that y'all said.
Amari
That-
Hampton.
yeah, or
But who was that
Hampton,
other guy that you said?
Judkins
Judkins.
out of Ohio State.
Yeah.
Either him or Henderson. But I think Judkins might go a little bit higher. Henderson's quicker though. Judkins runs with power. Even though they made his spin move crazy on college football. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was
You
fucking.
told me. I think.
Oh
you
my
told me
god,
about
it was so disgusting. They had to nerf it. That's how bad it was.
Where we at?
If not the
23?
tight end Loveland, yeah, that's where I got Loveland going around that area. Yeah, 23. Wait, no, who you said you got the Chargers taking?
Emeka Mbuka.
Oh, you got them taking Emeka Ibuka. Okay, that'd be a good pick. All right, at 23, I got the Packers taking Nick Scordon, the edge out of Texas A&M.
I got them taking Trey Amos.
He's a corner from Ole Miss.
Right. Didn't they say? I think a couple of days ago they popped up some news about Jair
Oh,
Alexander.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think they were trying to trade him.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that. I
Yeah.
might have gone with that. I didn't know that they were looking to trade him.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. But yeah, they're
That's
trying.
tough.
Yeah.
That's actually a good pick. Then I did not hear that information.
I gave him James Pierce.
James Pierce, the edge
Edge
rusher.
rusher.
Yeah, I got them taking an edge rusher also. It's just a different one. All right, 24. I got Minnesota taking Nick Amenawari, safety out of South Carolina. They need a safety.
Okay.
Wait. Oh yeah, they just traded away Bynum.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, that's probably my favorite free safety, Filipino pride. I got him taking Omar Norman Lott, defensive end out of Tennessee.
I don't have him going in the first round.
I got Ken Grant going to Minnesota. Defensive end. I mean, defensive. I guess he played alongside Graham in Michigan.
All right, at 25, I got the Texans taking Josh Simmons, a tackle
Same.
out of Ohio State.
Same.
Yeah.
They need
An offensive line.
They need an offensive line. Period.
And they just traded away Tunsil.
Their entire offensive line is gone from last
Yeah.
year. Basically.
Exactly. That's why I just took the best next available, Josh Connerly, on my draft board.
Maybe Judkins. Yeah. See, I was thinking in my mock draft, if they did go with a running back, they could take Hampton. I think Hampton would fall to them. Who you got the Texans taking?
Josh Connerly.
Josh Connolly. Oh, okay. All right. At 26, I got the Rams taking Jahad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama.
This is where I got Colson Loveland going.
You got Colson
Yeah.
Loveland going there. That would be a solid
The Rams
pick. For
don't have
them.
a tight
They don't
end
have a
here.
tight end.
Jalen Walker.
Oh, you think you got Jalen Walker falling that far?
It was a stupid move, but
Well, he did have some off the field issues, and I believe that's hurt his draft stock. But man, it's just like what's his name, that Nolan Smith dude,
last
Yeah.
year,
the one that plays for Philly,
Yeah.
who you know,
I know what you're talking about. Carter.
Jalen Carter. That's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same deal. He has some off field issues, but the talent is just top tier.
Yeah.
All right, at 27, I got the Ravens taking Emeka Ibuka.
I got
27.
them. I gave him a guard from Georgia. That Tate. Yeah, Tate Ratledge or something like that.
Matthew Golden for me.
You think Matthew Golden slides all the way there? I think it's hard to ignore that speed.
Yeah, it is.
At 28, that's where I got James Pierce going.
This is where I got Ibuku going.
You got Emeka
Yeah.
Ibuka going there.
Yeah.
Damn, all those wide receivers over there. You gonna go get Ibuka?
Really, if you think about it, it's J-Mo and St. Brown.
Didn't they have that Josh? Didn't they have Josh Reynolds last
I'm
year?
pretty sure he's gone.
He's gone.
I'm pretty sure Tim Brown is like the third or fourth.
Oh yeah, you might need one then.
Shamar Stewart for me.
Smart Stewart. Okay, yeah. All right. At 29, I got the Giants trading back in the first round in a crazy in-division trade with Washington and going to select Jackson Dart.
They get rid of Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito's gone.
So okay.
He might be on the roster this year, but they'll probably drop him to the practice squad.
Okay. This is where I got Walker going.
Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all got Jalen Walker falling, boy.
But then, Washington needs fucking defense.
Washington does need defense. That's why I got them trading back, because there's
Yeah.
still great defensive players available,
Yeah, that's fair.
and they'll have the second pick in the second round. So
I got him taking Kelvin Banks Jr. Tackle out of Texas.
they just got a left tackle. He'd probably have to play right tackle. Yeah. All right, at 30, this is where I got Walter Nolan going. I got Walter Nolan falling there.
30 is where I got Nick Scorton dude. That's where I got him going in 30.
Same.
Oh, y'all both got Nick Scorton?
They need that. They need
They-
something to.
Buffalo needs some defense.
Yeah.
They do. They do need defense. 31, I got the Chiefs taking Talik Williams, the defense tackle out of Ohio State.
This is where I got them taking back that Gray Zabel.
Zabel? Yeah, Gray Zabel.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. He got Gray Zabel going there too. Well, at 32, I got Gray Zabel going to Philly.
Okay, yeah. But that's where I got Shamir Stewart at third. It's Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.
I could see them flip flop though. I could see Zabel go 31 to the Chiefs, and then Talik Williams go to Philly at 32.
There was talks about Zabel possibly going to New England probably in later rounds. So if we don't take a offensive lineman, that's a possibility.
Yeah. All right. Any last words, gentlemen, before the draft next week?
Oh, well, I had a corner, them taking another corner. But what if they take Jalen Milroe to back up fucking Jalen Hurts?
That would be
I mean, they don't really have
Really
any
interesting.
holes. You know what I mean? But then,
But how would that look for Jalen
why would
Hurts?
why would you waste your first round pick on a backup quarterback?
That's probably the sixth.
You know-
Because
And it's a
you
first
seen
round.
Well, I would hate to say injury issue, but because of what happened last year when they had to throw in
Kenny Pickett.
was that the third string or
Pickett was the second. I
Yeah,
don't
so
remember
who the third one?
I
It
forgot
was
the first
I know-
one.
because
what
Kenny
you're talking
Pickett
about.
had got hurt
Yeah.
too as well. So I was just like, it was just thrown out there.
Yeah. What if Genty goes to the Jags? ETN's a
You
free agent.
did say ETN was a free agent.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
ETN.
next year or not right
After
now?
this year.
After this year?
After this year.
Yeah, I could see them. I just would you might trade back. Would you take Genty at 5?
That's what I'm saying. You know the Raiders need a running back.
You do know the Raiders,
And they're in the same conference.
They are
Not
in the
division,
same
but the conference. But I mean,
conference. That's tough.
that would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Definitely a whole bunch of
Pair-
storylines.
You would pair that with Trevor, and then you still had BTJ on the outside throwing the ball,
Mhm.
I mean catching the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
Before we do go though, R.I.P. Kyron Lacey.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a tough
was-
situation.
that was
was-
wild.
I ain't gonna lie, like talking about all these players, I
Getting
was just thinking
drafted.
about earlier, like all these LSU wide receivers, Chase, Jefferson, Malik
Malik
Neighbors,
Neighbors,
BTJ,
BTJ.
yeah, like it's just crazy. Like, and he was next.
He
Like,
was next.
But RIP.
Yeah, tragic.
And then
Yeah, that was wild to wake up to.
Crazy shit happens, man.
Yeah,
And congratulations to Rory for finally
Finally getting the
Finally
monkey
doing
off
it.
his back.
He
He almost gave it away too.
Oh boy.
He almost gave it away
To
too.
Justin Rose.
I know. He almost gave it away.
That was
I had
sick.
Rose getting it. I thought once he missed that putt and he
They went to the
bogeyed, and
playoffs.
yeah, I was like, oh, he fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because Rose was hot. Rose was hot that day.
He was leading the first round
I hit it.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I hit it.
Oh, you hit it?
Yeah,
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
that fucking baseball one wouldn't have fucking pushed. I would have hit like
He hit more.
yeah.
You'd be lucky it just pushed and didn't go over.
But before I clocked out of work, I opened it and it said an even 8. I'm like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude.
Of course, Sager hit a home run. Cleveland screwed me on this one. That'd have been a solid 190. Damn. Tough. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody coming,
Hopefully we back next
joining
week.
up, texting. Yeah, we will definitely. I took off work for this, so we will be back on Thursday with a live draft show, reaction show. We'll be watching the draft, reacting to the picks. I also think Henderson will be picked up before Hampton. That's a solid pick. I think that combo that they had at Ohio State was nasty, and I think I wouldn't mind seeing both of them going in the first round. They deserve it. But all right, y'all. We appreciate everybody joining. We'll be back Thursday. And draft. Can't wait.
Yes, sir.
Weeks from today. Is it not? There it goes. Slow.
Probably.